Well, lawmakers are back from their spring hiatus. On the docket for the Senate, a bill reshaping how Medicare pays physicians, something a lot of folks say is flawed. And the price tag, though, you're going to be surprised, $214 billion. With more on this, Vital Springs Technology CEO, Dr. Sreedhar Potarazu. Sreedhar, welcome back to the show. Good to see you here. This is in part the doc fix, the doc bill fix that happens every year, and we want a permanent fix to that, but doesn't seem like we're getting any closer to it. What's going on?
We want a permanent fix. You know, they've been kicking this can down the road for many, many years. There was this this notion that both parties finally came together on something, but when you look under the hood, there are a lot of potholes that are yet to be filled on this bill, and some really big ones, because if they're going to pass this incredibly expensive bill, and I've got the bill right here in front of me and I've gone through every page of it, there are a lot of stipulations here that have to be put in place in order for this change to work, which means that there need to be mechanisms to be able to look at the efficiencies of how doctors are delivering care. Hospitals and electronic systems need to be talking to each other. None of that is happening. And if that's not happening, that means that this bill isn't going to work.
Well, let me ask you a quick question here. So is that why it's so expensive? Because it requires all this other detail. Listen, what we're talking about is giving doctors a 5% annual pay raise through 2019. And of course, the long-term problem has been that we approve those raises every single year.
Well, yes. And part of the plan is to be paying doctors eventually on quality and not on volume. And the idea was that it will go up incrementally, but we want to reward doctors based on how well they're taking care of patients.
All right, so the big concern here is that we're going to finance this through higher deficits. We don't have a way to pay for this, right?
We don't have a way to pay for it. And on top of that, what they need to be able to get the metrics on are non-existent. So essentially, we're funding a bill that is never going to get over to the finish line, because in the same breath last week, the Obama administration issued a report chastising the electronic medical records vendors and hospital systems for not sharing data. And if they're not sharing data,
they can't do what's in this bill.
Exactly.
Right. I want to drive you to one more story here, one more topic, which I think is critical and a concern for many Americans, the Medicaid expansion under Obamacare. Folks are worried that the government is going to come back to them to recover costs because, you know what? They can. It's illegal. Is this happening already? Is it a fear of what may come, or is it on the agenda?
No, it's happening already. Many people don't recognize that Medicaid and those incurrences can in some shape and form be like a reverse mortgage. And some surviving spouses could find themselves in a situation where some of their assets could be called to task by the government for recovery because the bills haven't been paid. And this is a mechanic that has been in place. The estate recovery bill has been in place for a long time. Many people are not familiar with it. You have more people that are moving into Medicaid now because the thresholds have changed. And you're also looking at some hefty hospital bills towards end of life that could near $100,000, where if you haven't done the right estate planning, your spouse passes away, you know, you could find yourself in a situation where the government may be coming after your assets in order to get whole on that $100,000. So it's a serious situation.
A serious situation that we're going to have to give more attention to. Dr. Potarazu, thanks for coming on the show. Good to see you.